welcome to day 24 of the Nano Vlogs. I have just woken up. I 100% remembered to take my makeup off last night. So no judgment, thank you. I have do very much full mum, I don't know what I'm talking about. Like I said, I've just woken up, my brain's not working. But I've got mum duties, hardcore mum duties this morning because my son is going on a school trip and I need to make sure he has all the things for the school trip and that he is there in plenty of time to board the coach. So I'm going to do that and attempt to wake up somewhat. And I will speak to you in a little bit. Oh, God. In my brain, I sound normal and awake, but when I try speaking out loud, it does not come out that way. So my apologies. I will see you in a bit. I have returned from the school run. It was a wonderfully stress-free school run this morning. Those don't always happen, but today was a good one. So little man is at school in plenty of time. Looking forward to his school trip. So I'm feeling good. I feel like I've got good mum points this morning, or just like I've done the bare minimum. But for me, the bare minimum, I'm still giving myself mum points. So I don't care. But yes, back home, I'm going to get myself sorted and situated. It's a Wednesday today, which means that normally there'd be no sprints, although, like I said, Dan is running sprints in the evening this week, so there will be sprints later. But Wednesdays are the day I generally just focus on, like, home stuff, my stuff. It's kind of a catch-all day for the things that I've let slip while working on other things during the week, if that makes sense. So there'll be lots of kind of smaller tasks today. Definitely get some words in. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, so I have myself and I've got my head in a good place. So I know what I'm going to be doing. I have got, like I say, some bits, some just mostly like admin bits and pieces to do. I'm also today going to do some, and if my mood prevails, I'm going to do some meal prep because it's very, very, very rare that I feel that I'm capable of doing that. Like, food and travel for me are a nightmare because of my anxiety, and food in particular is difficult because and I will give a trigger warning here because I'm about to speak about self-harm. Food in particular is difficult for me because I used to self-harm a lot. So preparing things is tough because of knives. So I live with a lot of things. One of them is self-harm and suicidal ideation. That doesn't mean that I'm on the edge of suicide or self-harm, but what it does mean is that my brain constantly will see something and go, oh, you could. So like I deal with that every day. So unless it's absolutely necessary, I try to avoid kind of the things that might bring that on. So cooking is extremely difficult, as is food prep, but I think today, like, my mind feels pretty strong, which is nice. So we'll see. I might be able to do that, and that would be nice. There's lots of things I want to get done today. There's always lots of things. We'll see what gets done. But yes, that's what we're going to do. So I guess there's nothing left to say, but time lapse. In other news, I would just like to say I'm not quite sure how I'm supposed to get any work done, because this one's come to sleep on me. Anyway, I said time lapse, and then I started talking again. So, time lapse. Okay, so I've got some work done. I have updated my website and popped the latest poem onto YouTube. I've done a couple of like personal life admin-y bits, but it is now 1 o'clock, so I am going to have some lunch, and then I'll dive back in. I'm really trying to make sure that I take breaks. The problem for me is that creativity is the thing that keeps me alive. Like, it's the thing that stops my brain from thinking the bad thoughts. So breaks I find difficult because once I get in a project, I'm in it, and I don't want a break. Like, I forget to eat, I forget to go to the toilet. That sounds like I have accidents. I don't have accidents. But yeah, it's my way of staying sane. But at the same time, I really need to understand that my body does need the breaks, does need the rest and the sleep and the wind down time and all that kind of stuff. All this to say, I'm going to take a little bit of time and have some lunch, and then I will get back to creating afterwards. Lunch has been had, so it's time to jump back into work mode. And I have decided I am going to do some video editing for me. So that's going to be a horse of a different colour. Well, not really, because I mean I edit these every day, but like this is for like a regular series that I want to put on my YouTube channel. So I've got all the bits, and I'm going to do a little bit of editing. Okay, so I've done some editing. It is currently exporting as I speak to you. I realised that today, more than most, although there's not usually a huge variety, I've basically just been sat here talking to you. So my apologies if my backdrop of a closed curtain, because the sunlight is obnoxious, although it's not sunny. Oh, would you look at that? Look. Oh, you lucky ducks. I actually probably can open them now. This makes me happy. I'm not a big fan of like just having my curtains closed, but it blinds me. And this is me sofa. And this is me spot. So yes, my apologies, as I say, if it's not been very visually interesting. But this is where I work most of the time. Sometimes my bedroom. It used to be exclusively my bedroom, actually, because when I was growing up, that's where I used to do my homework. We didn't have like an office or a desk or anything, so I just used to sit on my bed and do it. So that's what I used to do. And I've always said, like, if I get an office, no. When I have my own office, there will need to be a bed in there. Because that's what I need. I'm not good sitting at like desks and stuff. Of course, it's a lot better for your back. That noise, by the way, was saying that my ex-butt's done. Lovely. Maybe I need to like work on that, or do a considerable amount more yoga if I'm going to be on soft surfaces. But quite frankly, I'm not building a business for myself. Oh, something's in my eye. So I can conform to other people's ways of working. Yes, I bet it will be. A king size. Anyway, it is now, oh, good Lord, 20 to 3. So I will be leaving in 10 minutes to do the school run. Hang on, let me just press the button. Boop. I'm exhausted. Yeah, so I'll be leaving in 10 minutes to do the school run. Little man will be back from his trip. Oh, I really hope he had a good time. They're doing World War II at the minute. They're reading Boy in the Striped Pyjamas, which I was a bit like, that's a bit much, isn't it? But, you know, there we go. But yes, I'll pick him up. Hopefully he's had a really good time. And then, provided I'm awake, I will check in with you guys a little bit later. So I just got back from the school run. I'm just sitting outside for a minute because even though it's really cold, like when I start walking, I really generate a lot of heat. So I'm just sitting outside for 2 seconds while the dog is barking. Little man's gone upstairs to chill for a bit before homework and dinner and family time and all that stuff. And the dog is currently going crazy. Chasey. Oh, no one knows why, but there we go. But yeah, it is cold out though, and it's really dark. Like, it doesn't look that dark on the camera, to be fair, but like darker than it normally is at this time. I think it's because it's quite cloudy and foggy, and now I'm talking about the weather. Shoot me. So I have had my family time. I completely forgot that it's Wednesday. I'm not quite sure how. Wednesdays I see my mama. So she came over and had some fun and chatted a bunch. And now I'm in my comfy winter PJs and I'm about to jump into boot camp sprints and I'm going to get some air to the universe words. So that's what we're doing. The sprint's done for tonight. Let's have a little look-see here. I've edited through, what, 3 chapters, I think? And we started on 69553 words, and now we're on 71289. Let me hit that maths real quick, and by hit that maths, I mean, sorry, I keep looking at the wrong place because the phone turns around, so the camera moves. And by, like, let's hit the maths, I mean, let's put the calculator up because it's too late for maths. So I've done 1,736 new words today. Oh, that's not bad. Pretty happy with that. It's so funny, the difference in pace between, like, first drafting and editing. So bearing in mind that this is my first ever like long form piece of writing, I'm used to like poems or short stories or like writing, what's the word, books, wow, for my son, or what else, just like short screenplays that I can literally like bash out a first draft in half an hour, take a couple of hours break and then go back through and edit it and it's kind of done. So this is very new to me and I'm not used to an editing process being so laborious. So considering like 2 weeks ago I got almost 14,000 words in a day and today I'm like 1,736, that's not bad. It's hilarious. Now let's see, so 1736, let me just add that onto the tracker, because I know that I am like a huge distance away from the 75k that I want to do. Okay, so I'm 20k away. So what's that? To hit my latest target, I need to write roughly 3,333 words, 0.3 reoccurring for the next 6 days. So I think probably what's going to happen is until I get to those chunks, I'm going to be kind of staggering a bit with the words. But once I get to those chunks, hopefully I can do some like 5, 6, 7K days, maybe even higher, depending on where we're at. Because I need to, with the smaller chunks that needed to be rewritten, I had to be quite careful. But with the larger chunks, I do want to just kind of first draft them and then go back through them on the next pass quite rigorously. But I think, like I say, with like when there's like a chapter that's basically just now the outline and then that's it, I think if I try to think too much, I will overthink it and underwrite it and not get anything written, or get, yeah. So I need to put like a lot less thought in a weird way into those. I just have to like write like I would if it was the first draft for those sections. So hopefully we can hit that. But I will say this, if there isn't 20K left in this book, I won't write 20K. Like, I hit Nano, I did that thing, and 75K is like a fun goal. But I'm not going to write the words just for the sake of it. The story will, you know, be as long or as short as it needs to be. It is itself currently on like 70, I'm just jumping between everything. Yeah, so I've just said, I thought I was closer to 72,000. Clearly my eyes are tired and not working. I didn't see the 2. I thought it was 71,890, I assume. Anyway, but yeah, I'm on 71,289. So an extra 20K would obviously just put that up to 91,289. But it is a high fantasy, so that kind of word count sits nicely in that genre. It's kind of like a genre expectant word count thing. But yeah, I'm just rambling now. But yeah, I'm happy with how that went. We're getting there. It's definitely feeling like a book now, which is very nice. But yes, as I said, I'm now rambling. So I will no doubt catch you upstairs in a bit to do kind of a roundup of the day. I'm feeling pretty good about where that's at in a minute. Okay, so I have made it to bed. I'm very tired. I'm feeling good about today. Like, I got quite a decent amount of stuff done for me, which is really nice. So yeah, there's a lot to look forward to there. But now I need to get some sleep. The dog is growling at something outside because of course. But yes, thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow for day 25 of the Nano Vlogs. Night.